Guys, it's James Dainard with ProjectRE, and today we are at our development site where we're going to discuss how to build a single family house, an ADU, and a DADU all on one single family lot. So the first step you need to take is go talk to your local city or jurisdiction. You need to verify whether they'll even allow you to do an ADU or a DADU on your next site. So the second step you need to do is find your architect that can help you verify and push the plans through the city. When we're looking at sites, we want to be able to send it over to our architect. They can verify what we can build, then we can run the proper analytics and comps to support our values for our pro forma. In addition to, if you find a specialist that knows how to work with the city for that specific type of product, they're going to be able to push the permits through a little bit quicker. Some of these permits can take as little as 6 months, whereas in a townhome, they can take up to 12 to 18 months. So know the architect, it will help your pro forma and get your deal done quicker. So the third thing you need to make sure you do is verify your build costs. If you don't know how much you can build this structure for, the deal could be a great deal or a bad deal. So verify what you're gonna build for. When we're looking at any kind of potential site, we know what our build costs are. So as we're looking at our pro forma, we can actually budget accordingly. What you need is a great construction lender. They can fund this deal and help you finance the construction costs. Remember, when you're out building, it costs substantially more than remodeling a house. That's going to require more construction debt and more down payments. So always make sure that you have the right lenders so you don't run out of liquidity during your project. And lastly, what you need is a good land use attorney. Once you're done building out your single family house, your DADU and your ADU, you need to be able to condo those off so you can sell them separately. So find your good land use attorney that understands what you're doing so they can handle that process for you and you don't jeopardize your sale. So let's dig into this deal and why we did it this way. You know, as an investor, we're always looking at highest and best use. My business partner, Heaton, does all the development side. I do the fix and flip. So anytime we're looking at a deal, we want to go, well, how are we making the most amount of money or getting the highest return? So when we were looking at this as a fix and flip, we basically could buy each property for $875,000. We were going to put about $150,000 into the renovation and sell them for about $1.3. That was going to give us about a net profit of about $125,000 per house. This was also going to require us to come up with about $400,000 for the projects in general. That was with us using Intrust funding and financing the deal with at 80% of the total project cost, and they were going to issue us back our construction financing. Instead, what we did after kind of digging into it is we decided to build out the DADUs. So instead of now doing 2 single family flips, we built 2 single family homes, 2 attached dwelling units and 2 detached dwelling units. We are now able to condo these off and sell them off separately. The new combined value, instead of $1.3 million per house, is now about $6 million. The new anticipated net profit went from $250,000 to $1 million. In addition to, it's only taken us about 6 months longer than doing the fix and flip projects. The only downside is we had to come up with $800,000 instead of $400,000, so it's double the cash. But the reason we still did it and pulled the trigger on it is because the annual return told us to do so. So by doing it this way, we are targeting 130% cash on cash return in an 18-month period. With the fix and flip, it was going to be about 57% cash on cash return. But because it's taking 18 months longer, it's actually going to dilute our return. And now after we sell everything off and we make our return, we're still making an 87% cash on cash return. So because we were making a substantial higher cash on cash return, that's why we decided to do the ADU and the DADU. Remember, not every site makes sense for us to do it this way. There's many projects that we look at that we decide to flip instead of build as well. So always dig into the numbers, find out what is the actual best cash on cash return. We weren't going to just buy this if the profit was just the highest. We wanted to make sure that our cash had the highest amount of velocity. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to ProjectRE. Make sure you like and subscribe below. But enough talking about real estate, I got to get back to work.